Hey, so these garden boxes are insanely productive and they're very, very easy to make. And I just want to take you a quick video on how simple these are, and anybody can do it and put it in their backyard and make a great garden. So whatever wood that you pick up, you want to make sure that it's pressure treated. You want this wood to last a long time outside. So these are 2x10s. They're 10 inches wide, 2 inches thick, and they're 8 feet long. Home Depot and Lowe's will sell them at 8-foot lengths. And so so these boxes are 4x8s, which means they're 8 feet long, 4 feet wide. And with one of these, if you were to buy one and cut it in half, you've got one side of the box already. And same thing with the other side. So in total, all you need are 6 2x10s that are 8 feet long, and then one 4x4 that's 8 feet long. And for the 4x4, I would just put two of the 2x10s together, put that 4x4 on there, and just cut it. And I just use that for the corner. And then once you're all done, seal it. And after the video, I'll show you like how to put soil in it, and the soil composition, and what makes a good garden, because this thing is growing like crazy. So the soil that you put in there, it's good stuff. You'll see. All right, so right here, this is basically showing how to keep this box together. You've got a 4x4 in the center, and you don't attach the 2x10s to each other. You attach them to the 4x4. So you put one of these in the corner, keep your 2x10s on the outside, and you just screw right into here, right into the 4x4. And when you're ready to seal the box, grab some stain and sealer, all-in-one deck stain. This stuff does a really good job. My dog pees on the side of this thing, and it just trickles right off, and we spray it down with water. Thompson's Water Seal is not an advertiser or whatever you want to call them. I don't know, but they're good stuff, and that's what I got this color. Don't forget to shake this can. If you don't shake this can, it will separate and you get some funky colors. So pour a little bit out, shake that can, put it back in, shake it a little bit more, and then go ahead and paint.
Well, that does not look even. I am going to have to do some digging.
And the other thing that I added to this was this little homemade trellis thing right here. It's just some 4x4s, and I just put 2 bolts and drilled them right into the board, and they've been doing really well. So I bought these eyelets, and I screwed these eyelets in there, and then I took some regular wire and strung that straight across. Home Depot had sold out of the gray mesh wiring that you could buy for plants and stuff, so I just put this all together. And it's been okay, but the one thing that I learned is I need to make I grabbed another one and I went straight down and wired it in and out. The green beans absolutely needed that, but these sweet peas here, they absolutely did not need it. And this is one of my favorite things to do. Come over here. Pull one off. Man, look how good that is. Yeah, so check out these tomatoes. I mean, they're doing really well. These are the cherry tomatoes. I got tons of them coming through. All back in here, there's tons and tons of tomatoes coming through. The soil was doing so well, I had to pick some up out of it and put them into pots and plant them in the pots. There's just so much of the tomatoes that were growing. And so what's really great about these boxes is that 1 yard of dirt will perfectly fill one of these up. So every box that you make that's a 4x8, order 1 yard of topsoil from any landscaping company and they'll come and drop it off. But then you want to mix some stuff into that topsoil. It can't be just soil or nothing's going to grow. I added some peat moss, and I took one of those big bundles that they've got and cut it in half, and I put one in each box. And then also I grabbed 3 bags of, I think it's called humus, but humus is basically compost, but it's in a bag form that you buy, and they mix it with manure, and that makes a wonderful, wonderful nutrient pack for your plants, and they just do really, really well with that. So what I did was I just took a shovel and about 1.5 feet, I just worked the peat moss and the humus together on that topsoil, and just the top 1.5 feet is all that I worked into there. And next year I'm gonna make like 3, 4, 5, 6 more boxes. I love growing vegetables for our family. It tastes better than the supermarkets that they can sell, and it's wonderful. And this is really quite easy. I mean, the most maintenance you have is you just pull a hose out here and you water it every evening, unless it rains outside. Oh, and the rain is fantastic, man. This stuff really takes off after a rain. So hey, thanks for sticking through and watching this video all the way to the end. If you can help me out, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and leave a comment if you've got any tips on growing these better, because one thing I learned, this little trellis that I made for the cucumbers needs to be more like my green bean trellis over here. So next year I'll be making more of those big 4x4 posts and putting them in there and doing more stuff with trellises. And but I'm kind of a new gardener. This is new to me, and I just did a lot of research before I planted these. I say the one lesson that I learned the most was don't plant as many seeds as you think you plant a bunch of them thinking that they're not going to grow that much. Man, they really take off. Your seeds are just going to really take over the garden. It's going to be really packed, and I ended up taking some out and putting them in buckets and moving them off to the side because they were too crowded. But other than that, next year I plan on doing the same thing. I'm just going to load them all up. I love it. And yeah, more videos coming, man. Subscribe, leave a comment for me, and God bless.